strange recently happened to Biden and it is going viral on social media. I don't know if you have seen this. Take a look at this.
Last night, Joe Biden had himself a campaign benefit to raise money for his 2024 presidential bid. He was joined by Barack Obama. Is that Jimmy Kimmel? Wined and dined and raised money for the campaign. Joe Biden. Gaps between the eyes. Listen, I've just seen a ton of these videos where people are buying these silicone masks and my mind blown. Just shapes to their, I don't believe nothing no more. Anyway, while they were there and they were ending it and they were getting ready to walk off stage, apparently Joe Biden had yet another moment where he didn't really know what to do and Obama had to step in and guide him off. Joe Biden's gone. Everybody in the comments is like, see, we told you it's Obama that's running the show and Joe Biden is just the face. But I disagree. If that were the case, they would have a much better PR going on for Joe Biden. Wouldn't have the constant flubs and the constant falls and the constant wandering offers of places, dementia-ridden clips that we have. We've got hundreds of them. Obama was the one in charge, okay? Biden would have been removed a while back. It would have been Kamala, and now we'd be rooting for Kamala, or we'd be California governor. What's his name? Anyway, Biden administration or whoever, they skipped the June 2024 Ukraine peace summit in order to have this campaign rally where all of the leaders got together and they had conversations about creating a peace deal.
Yes, this is coming after a predictions I recently saw. Vivian was very clear, like this man will not be a Democrat nominee because what is happening now in different occasions clearly shows you what they would do. I believe after this debate with Trump, something will happen. I've been seeing a lot of people predicting this. I think I'm going to show you this video so you can see exactly what is going on. At a certain point, I asked myself, why would you keep forcing yourself into an office when you clearly know you are old? Look at what just happened here. This is a clear example. I think this is not the first case. We have seen this in several occasions. And when it happened, Democrat will still come forward to defend it. That is the most annoying thing I've seen with these people. They don't accept that this is happening, even when captured on camera. Before I show you this video, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. It will do you no harm if you share out this clip.
So there is this clarion call from the liberal press and from some on the left that this shouldn't be the nominee. So tease this out. How does this happen? He has a disastrous debate performance. There's just public pressure. He steps aside. Is he forced aside? How does that look?
I think it's between then and the convention, Kaylee. The reality is anything can happen before the convention. They've said it in August. I believe the other side actually knows what they're doing. If they get another nominee too early, that's enough time for vetting, enough time for the honeymoon phase to fade. But if they're swapping in another nominee in August, say right around the time of the convention, that's the best case scenario for them because you get the honeymoon phase with the new candidate without the scrutiny that comes with it. So I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but play this out. This is the earliest presidential debate in American history, and the first ever, to my knowledge, that has taken place before the nominating convention of either party. Ask yourself why they're doing it, and more importantly, ask yourself why the Democrats made it a condition of Biden debating that they place that date that early. You got to skate to where the puck is going, and that's why I think it's so important, Kaylee, that we not fixate on Joe Biden. We have to stand for our own vision. I spoke in Detroit, Michigan earlier today at the TPUSA event, and I think it's great when Republicans show up in the inner cities of this country. My message to that group was, regardless of which puppet they put up, we have to decide what we stand for as conservatives and as Americans. That's how we're going to win this election, not by fixating on Biden, because there's a good chance it may not even be him.
Yes, this disturbed me a lot when I see people comparing Biden and Trump, two different people. Trump is waxing and strong. Biden is old. Sometimes I don't like to, talk down on all people, but when I see this situation of Biden is getting worse.
Give you two observations. The first is that I think that there is a huge gap between how the media tries to portray Donald Trump and what he's like when you meet him in person. And that gap is really wide. And so I would say specifically to Democrats and independents, you really do need to sit in the room and feel what it's like. David is right. He is charismatic. He's intellectually sharp and he's funny. And when you put that together, he can engage an audience for a long time and be totally extemporaneous. The other thing I would say that he is very polite and he's kind in a way that was disarming and was not what I expected. And so I felt that I had misjudged him many years in the past. And so I was very glad that I had an opportunity to sit beside him and to actually interact with him one-on-one. It was really, really engaging.
For those of us who do not want to see Donald Trump reelected, I would say there's been two big frustrations. One is the Democrats' inability to get Joe Biden to step aside for someone.
Oh, really? He's the only person who's ever beat Trump in an election.
Oh, do I have to listen to this again?
It's a fact.
He did. Okay. Well, we'll find out in November, I guess. We'll find out.
Who's your fantasy candidate that is going to beat?
Well, as James Carville said.
Yes, Bill Maher said something like the inability of Democrat to make Joe Biden to step aside. I've watched predictions over time. Even 2 days ago, Fifit had this interview on Fox News. He said something like Biden will not be a Democrat nominee. I don't know how true is this. We are waiting to observe the outcome of this prediction.
Carville said any 50-ish centrist Democrat would win walking away.
Everyone thinks that until Bloomberg tries, or until Fred Thompson runs, until Jeb Bush runs.
Listen, today, like you said, is Donald Trump's 78th birthday. He's 78. The other, Joe Biden's 81. Both of them are running on overtime. They're both running on fumes. But we have a binary choice in America, because if you think RFK Jr. is a choice, you've got to go check if you've got a worm in your body. So that's where we are. So this idea of what could have been, what should have been, my fantasy, this isn't, this isn't a fantasy football. This is real democracy on the line.
Right, that you're going to lose.
Listen, I'm with you. I'm voting for him, even if he's on life support.
Right.
Yes, though I hardly agree with Bill Maher, I agree with him. I've seen this lady on The View over and over trying to spew this nonsense to encourage people, even on life support. I will vote for Biden. Then I will ask myself, why? Simply because you hate Trump. That is the main reason. If you ask this lady why she will vote for Biden, even on life support, I don't understand. It is simply because of the hatred for Trump.